time over here now.
News as it happens.
Let me tell you something.
When you need to know.
Need to know now.
People want to know.
People want to know. People want to know.
What is going on in the world today?
Tampa Bay's 24-hour news source.
When you need to know.
Need to know. News Talk 1040 Tampa Bay.
From everywhere USA, it's Fox Across America with Jimmy Failla.
Oh, hot damn. You bet it is. And we're fired up in this hour to bring you an embarrassment of riches. We've got an Oklahoma senator coming by to talk about the acquisition of Greenland, that deal or no deal thing they're doing at the White House. But long before we get there, a two-sport star, the Bo Jackson of media, got famous at MTV covering the music and then brought that guitar over here to the Fox News Death Star, where you know her and love her as the K-Train Kennedy in the studio at the tippy top of the hour, and the crowd goes wild. Hey, girl. How about right? That was some crowd.
Smash that mother trucking guitar, I did.
You dare, I burnt it down. Do you remember when they do that? I miss those days.
Yeah, I do too.
You'd play the song, and then for some reason, you'd just wreck the place.
They really would trash hotel rooms. One of my favorite rock and roll stories, and forgive me if I've already told this on your show, Alex Van Halen. So I knew a record guy who had to travel. He was like the A&R guy who had to travel with Van Halen. I think he worked for Warner Brothers. And Alex Van Halen allegedly called him at 5 a.m. and was like, come to my room right now. And the guy's like, oh no. Oh God. What's like dead prostitute? Like, what are we dealing with? Alex Van Halen had actually shat the turd rope and was so proud of it. He knew none of the other guys in the band would be fazed or impressed. Like they were, but he knew the A&R guy contractually had to come witness what he had done. And the A&R guy told me that himself. That is a first-hand account.
Wow. Showbiz. Yeah. I love that. That's amazing. That's why we live in America.
Yep.
You know, because this is a country where anyone can grow up to be the guy who squats over the hotel furniture.
Yep.
Okay. Other countries.
Probably a Ritz-Carlton.
Yeah.
Like this.
There are countries around the world where you can't even get enough food to do that sort of thing. That's why at the top of the hour, I'm always talking about American privilege. Not white privilege, American privilege. If you live in this country, you hit the lottery. 888-788-9910 if you want to be a part of this historic broadcast. Kennedy, you don't know this, but I'm about to loop you in on this. It's classified information. We're broadcasting.
My favorite kind.
We're broadcasting today.
Like you're my Mike Baker.
I know. That's funny. I feel like I need to drink more. You've really raised the bar there. Talk Radio, WAEW, 96.3 FM, 1330 AM in Crossville, Tennessee.
Oh, I love it. You know how much I love Tennessee.
We love Tennessee.
TENNESSE, Tennessee.
Bang.
It's my daughter's middle name.
Amen. And we are so pro-Tennessee. We're broadcasting for the first time on that station today. And I don't think they understand how much we like them. Like, let me explain this to you.
That's like me with every guy I had a crush on in high school.
Yeah.
Like, I just made all of them uncomfortable. There was no reciprocity.
So I have to tell you this story. When you first start out...
Does anyone here like me more than a friend? Mike! I brought M&Ms. I heard you like M&Ms.
Step out of the car, please.
Yeah, exactly.
Ma'am. So I once went down to Tennessee. We first started out doing stand-up, right? You have to go to these things. It's called NACA. And NACA is like a college organization.
Yeah.
And you go down to their conventions and perform as a means of getting booked at colleges.
Yeah, because they see you and they're like, this guy's great.
Yep. So the NACA Nationals were down in...
Since we can't get him, let's hire Jimmy Failla.
Yeah. Hey, I'll take the shot. So we were doing a NACA that was going to be down in Nashville, Tennessee. But in the process of going there, the ride was long enough because we drove from New York down there, which is like almost over 1,000 miles.
Oh, wow.
So our attention spans might have gotten diverted a few times based on some of the Scooby snacks that were involved in making the wheels on the bus continue to go round and round. And the next thing you know, we had been in every city in Tennessee but Nashville. Never even made NACA. It was like me, like guys that really Camp Jonathan Randall. I think it was like 2005, 2006. And I saw the entirety of the state of Tennessee, and I loved it. It was amazing. And then I went back with my buddy Dean and actually did the NACA thing and did the show. But I've always had a soft spot for Tennessee because it's really good food.
Oh, amazing.
Yes. And it's just the vibe is right. I'm not even talking about Nashville, like Nash Vegas, the bachelorette parties. That's fine if that's what you do, but that's their Times Square. I'm talking about greater Nashville is the best vibe in the world.
I agree.
Greater Tennessee.
Yeah,
Great.
no, I've never been to a
Knoxville.
part of Tennessee that I don't like.
Yes.
I went to just outside Chattanooga for a wedding last year, and it was awesome.
Wow.
It reminded me of Oregon. It was so green and lush and beautiful and rainy. And it made it even better somehow.
Come on. And that's why Kennedy comes on the show. She's also, in addition to a rock turd historian,
that's right.
she also is our senior correspondent to Tennessee. So if you're ever on like route, I could guess this as a driver who's seen too much of the country doing comedy. Route 40, you'd be on 40, which would eventually get you in or out of Nashville is where you'd find Crossville, Tennessee. So you're on 40 doing that, maybe a little state route 70, not the national, but that's badass part of the country.
Take the driver out of the cab.
Yeah, you can't take him out because it's burnt in
He'll
you.
always be a cab driver.
There's only so many hobbits you can watch fondle themselves in the back seats before your brain has kind of permalinked it into the process. And that's the case. So as we get on the air in Crossville, Tennessee, that's what you're dealing with. You're dealing with Kennedy and Jimmy Failla.
I'll take it.
And amen. And we're just having a real conversation. So let's have this one. There's so much going on.
Crossville, do you like M&Ms?
She'll stalk you too.
Yeah.
She will stalk you. She's not scared. Let me give you some of the things that are on my mind. This is what we talked about today. We talked a little bit about Somali fraud. That was the thing.
Oh, God.
I know. There's a lot of that going on.
The depth of that scandal, like, we're in the shallow end.
Yeah.
And that is some Crater Lake stuff. That is deep.
The greatest thing in the world. Ilhan Omar goes, why are we wasting our resources investigating fraud? I have the clip. She's like, this is a waste of taxpayer dollars.
Well, she seems to be an expert at it. You tell me, Ilhan, why are we wasting resources? What a great question. Thank you.
Oh, man. Imagine in the movie Jaws if they were like, why are we trying to kill the shark? That could get people killed. You're like, well, they're dead. They're getting eaten as we speak. Anyway, she has a couple of fabulous doozies, and we're going to work our way up to a Joy Reid crescendo because Joy Reid said the Democrats are weaponizing white women and their white privilege to protest.
Joy Reid said that, and I don't disagree with her.
I know. Because this
is one of the few times Joy Reid is so bat poop crazy. And actually, I saw a clip of her yesterday. And I started singing, let me see that thong.
She looks
that
like...
thong. She looks like Sisqo. And it excited me. It took me back to like 96, 97, whenever that came out. And I was like, yes, that's a jam. And then I realized like, oh, it's crazy ass McGill. But then she was like, they're just using white women because black people aren't going to go get in the faces of ICE agents.
Yep.
Because they're smart.
Yes.
When it comes to law enforcement, that's not the end of the gun you want to be on. They know that. Like Joy Reid, and it's like these idiotic liberal women are just like, well, I can do whatever I want because I'm just going to ask to see the manager. I'm just going to ask to see Christy Nome. If this, you get out of my city. I went to my kid's charter school and we started a mom's group of ICE warriors and we're fine. We're always going to be fine. And it's like, it's not good. There has to be some accountability. There has to be. I know personal responsibility is unsexy. I'm trying to bring it back for 2026.
Some people bring sexy back. Some people bring personal responsibility back. And it has to be done. Okay? I'm telling you, we are under attack by bored lesbians. Bored white lesbians. Someone needs to schedule a World Cup of field hockey immediately. We just need it. Maybe a cat adoption. I don't care. Just get them busy. But I am not. Okay, listen, I just typed into my draft document for Fox News Saturday Night this weekend, because you're obviously on with Emily Compagno and Jimmy Failla. Hooray, hooray. I actually really want to talk about this. The fact that the Democrats are weaponizing angry white lesbians, and the fact that you said Joy Reid looks like Sisqo is so funny to me, because I have a Sisqo story that I should save for the TV show. Okay, but I met Sisqo.
You have to save it for the TV show.
Yeah, I will.
That's a deep tease.
I'll just take it there. Okay, so everybody listening to Kennedy right now gets the payoff on Fox News Saturday night at 10 p.m. Eastern if you stick with me. But since we addressed this, I want to give you the Ilhan Omar, and then I'll get you through the Joy thing. Here is Omar talking about investigations. I love this clip so much. Clip 24.
I'm so exhausted in trying to ask what any of this, information has led to you finding any criminals that you have indicted, that explains why you are wasting so much of our taxpayer resources and also terrorizing our communities in the amount of federal law enforcement agents that you have in the streets of our city and our state. There needs to be some sort of justification.
No.
Okay, the justification is there are people within your community who stole billions of dollars from the federal government. That is the justification.
She's like...
That is the predication for this entire investigation and all of this law enforcement action. Again, take some responsibility. Mm-hmm. Why don't you call people out in your community and say, you are giving the rest of us, the decent, hardworking, family-oriented people, a bad name. And there is a difference between people who commit fraud and people who come here legally and lawfully trying to make a better life for them and their families. A rising tide lifts all boats.
Amen.
You have people in your community who shot giant holes in the community boat and it's sinking. And you are not doing yourself or anyone else a favor by saying, oh, it's a waste of time because it's annoying for you to investigate.
So
that's not how equal protection under the law works.
Amen. We're talking to Kennedy. She is in studio because we don't have good security here. And I'm kidding.
They tried.
Hear me out.
Tried to tackle me.
Do you think on some level, strategically, they're hoping to prolong this anti-ICE standoff, if only because they think maybe it'll lessen appetite to investigate fraud?
It's a distraction.
Is, right?
That's what this whole thing is. It is a giant distraction.
So she tried saying yesterday, this is more Ilhan Omar, that ICE has no evidence that undocumented Americans have committed crimes. I'm just going to give you a clip of this really quick. Josh, clip 3.
They have not been able to tell us what is the purpose for this search. They haven't been able to produce any evidence that they are finding people who are undocumented, who have committed crimes.
Can I jump in there, Josh? Let me give you this. So this is the list they put out, okay? Actual ICE. ICE gave Fox News a list of the most egregious criminal aliens that they've arrested so far in Minneapolis during these raids.
Just Minneapolis.
Just Minneapolis.
It's not
right?
Boston. It's not Portland. It's not Chicago. Just Minneapolis.
I'm going to get some of these pronunciations wrong, and I apologize because I know this is a proud moment for the families. Sharud Faivan, a Laotian illegal alien convicted of a strong-on sodomy of an underage boy and underage girl, has had a deportation order since 2018. Chao Vang, legal alien convicted of sexual assault and sodomy of a girl under 13 and procuring a child for prostitution, has had a deportation order since 2006. Chang Vu, convicted of the strong-arm rape of a 12-year-old girl. Gay Yang, a Laotian illegal immigrant convicted of a strong-arm rape, aggravated sexual assault. The point is, they have a list here. It's 65 people that have committed either rape or convicted of manslaughter with a deportation order since 2022 is a good example. Attempt to commit homicide, weapons possession, and DUI. The point is, these are illegal immigrants with deportation orders that have committed violent crimes. That's who they're arresting.
Okay, but why can't Ilhan Omar, Jacob Fry, and Tim Walz admit that those people are bad and law enforcement should have been working with ICE to get those people out of their jurisdiction?
Amen. And that's
that's all you have to do. That's all rational people go, yeah, the ICE stuff, it seems kind of heavy-handed. But they also go, having said that, why didn't you guys do this yourselves?
Yeah.
Not difficult.
And that's
that's my problem with these blanket policies is everyone is at risk when you've got child rapists running around.
Yeah.
And you know who they are. You know where they are, but you're just virtue signaling. Like, oh, well, we're not going to cooperate with the federal government. How about cooperating with morality and decency and humanity and protecting children?
You know, it's possible to do all of that and still put $700 million in a suitcase and mail it to Somalia. That's the point we're making here. You can walk and chew gum. Yeah. More with Kennedy after this.
You're hanging out with Jimmy Failla on Fox Across America.
You're listening to Fox Across America with Jimmy Failla. Catch the latest headlines on your way to work, morning 6 to 9. News, information, and talk. News Talk 1040, WHBO.
There it is, Fox Across America with Jimmy Failla. Get some bonus Kennedy is what you get. A second segment. You don't get that anywhere else. The other shows, guy comes by, girl comes by. That's it. It's over.
Not a chance.
Few comments, little take on the get out the door. We got another thing coming.
Kilmeade. I got plans.
Yeah, you ain't gonna get this on the old Brian Kilmeade show. He's got to get to the airport to fly to Germany. Yes. It is so funny because, like, the thing about Kilmeade is, and I want him to get his due for this. Okay, he is like so sharp with all of those things going on. Like, I can multitask pretty well, but it's because I'm operating at like a reduced capacity. It's jokes. It's like kind of analysis. I was watching his video yesterday. He's like, so I'm getting up at like 2 a.m. I'm going to the gym. I have this book I'm going to read. I'm doing my radio show.
I saw that.
I was like, wait, what?
The Armed Forces Radio Network.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, Kilmeade.
That's what I'm saying, right? And he reminds me, Kilmeade is, do you know the old street joke with the guy, the farmer who's trying to get the hens pregnant? Can I tell you this?
Yes.
This is for
I
Kennedy.
don't know this joke.
Oh, you'll appreciate it. But this is Kilmeade. Okay. I'm glad we got to this subject matter. So, a farmer's having a hard time getting his hens to lay eggs. So he goes to the pharmacist because I can't get any of these hens to lay eggs. I don't know what the problem is. There could be something chemical in the feed. We don't know. But I will tell you this. We have a rooster. It's very expensive, but it's unstoppable. I'm telling you now, it's going to cost you $5,000. You think I'm crazy, but you're never going to lay more eggs. You'll never get a better yield than you are from that. It's a thing. I wish I could explain it to you. I don't even know how it works. He's like, but trust me when I tell you, I've known you my whole life. He's like, bang. He buys the rooster. So they're driving back to the farm. When they're a mile from the farm, the rooster just jumps out of his car and runs diagonally across the cornfield, and he just sees in the distance just feathers flying everywhere in the hen house. And he finally catches up in the car, runs out of there, and he sees the rooster is just nailing every hen in the hen house, like multiple times, multiple angles. My God. And before he could even say anything, the rooster runs past him and runs into the goat pen, starts slamming the goats. And before he gets over there to make sense of that, he runs over to the cows and starts teeing off on the cows.
Wow.
He finally grabs the rooster, and he's like, my man, you're going to die. Like, you're going to die. This is not a sustainable pace of life. You have to slow this down. He just runs away. Goes heading over to the pig pen and away. The farmer's like, I don't know what to do with this guy. So he goes in the house, makes himself a sandwich for lunch. And as he's washing off the plate, he looks out the window and the rooster's dead. He's laying in the field. The buzzards are circling. He goes out there with a shovel to dig him up. And he goes, I told you, stupid rooster, you got to pace yourself. And he goes, shh, they're getting closer. He was going to bang the buzzards next.
Oh, see, I thought he was going to bang the farmer's wife.
Oh, God. Okay. And the Kennedy telling of the joke. But that is Kilmeade. Just the buzzard does it. There's no stopping the man.
Keep going.
Shout. This is the Brian Kilmeade appreciation block. And the other thing I will tell you is it's Kennedy appreciation block because this Saturday night, me, Kennedy, Emily Compagno, Jenny Failla, if she makes weight, and Kevin Walling. We love Kevin Walling.
I love Kevin Walling.
On the panel is going to take a beating, and he can take one. Kevin Walling, he likes that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Are you going to tell me Kevin Walling doesn't go to some political skull and bones club and get cigars put out on his face while he's dressed up as Little Red Riding Hood?
It's a little difficult to cover with makeup, but that's how good the teams are here.
We got that much talent on the hair and makeup team at Fox Across America. Listen to the Kennedy Saves the World podcast every damn day if you know what's good for you.
Woo!
Your voice
I hope people hear this.
is America's voice.
Get back to just some basics.
The news and talk of Tampa Bay.
That's all we're talking about.
News Talk 1040.
You are the best thing on the radio.
Oh, come on, man.